What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Michigan State versus Iowa Week 8 college football matchup going down Saturday, October 19th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between Iowa and Michigan State. And Michigan State coming in 3-3 on the year. 3-3 against the number after a 31-10 loss to Oregon last time out for their third straight defeat, while Iowa comes in 4-2 on the year, 3-3 against the number after a 40-16 win over Washington in their last matchup. And, Iowa looking solid on the surface across the board. I mean, this is Iowa offense is top 15 in rushing, just outside the top 10 in yards per carry, while Michigan State offensively has left a lot to be desired, 102nd in rushing, national average in passing. And, the thing is that you can pass on Iowa's defense. It's hard to move the ball on the ground. But I think that could actually work in Michigan State's favor. I know Aiden Childs hasn't necessarily been, the best arm for Michigan State this season, but he's at least been able to move the ball a little bit. He hasn't, wrecked the car. And I think that the thing about Michigan State in the last couple games is that they've played some tough opposition. They just played Oregon and Ohio State in the last two games, and I mean, those two teams just went head-to-head in a thriller last week. There were two of the top 5 teams in the country, two of the top 3 teams in the country going into that game. And Iowa, I think Iowa's a little bit overinflated after that beatdown win over Washington because Washington shot themselves in the foot a ton in that game. I mean, Washington, you had a pick from Will Rogers, a bunch of short fields. Washington was still able to move the ball, but like I said, they just gave up a lot of easy spots and a lot of short fields to Iowa, who didn't necessarily have to do a whole lot in that game. And, now I think they're going to have a bit of a tough test here against a rested Michigan State team who we haven't seen play in 15 days. I mean, last time they played a game was 2 weeks ago against in that game against Oregon, the 31-10 loss back on October 4th. So I think that, Michigan State with time to prepare for Iowa, time to prepare for this Iowa defense, is going to be able to keep this one reasonably close. I followed Jonathan Smith going back to his time at Oregon State, and while it was a process for him to build up Oregon State early on, the one thing you can say about Jonathan Smith is when you give him time to prepare and you give him the underdog role, he usually does a fair bit with it. I think that Iowa probably wins this game, but I could see Michigan State uglying this game up a little bit, maybe a 24-20 kind of game. So I'm going to take the points with Michigan State in this one. I know Iowa's offense is definitely vastly improved from what we've seen from them in past seasons, but I still think this is just going to be a competitive matchup that Michigan State could sneak in the back door in. So, especially with this line creeping up, I've seen a couple of 6s in some places. I'm going to go with Michigan State here plus the points, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're at Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.